Sheesh. Sheesh. I don't know what's wrong with my camera or something. I don't know. But so yeah, if you caught Lucky Me Part 5, I'm pretty sure you noticed. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. Cause excuse me, just one moment. You know she ghetto. Okay, okay. So listen, excuse me. In all actuality, I keep like putting my hand on that. So that's what's going on. So when I close my laptop, instead of closing it like this, I appreciate it. But um, yeah, the continue part of Lucky Me Part 5. Um, so if you heard the first part, like you notice I got a phone call. So I had to talk to a friend of mine. I got another friend probably called too, so in a minute. So in between that time, um, I decided to have like go by my dad, and I had a conversation with my dad because my brother, um, every time since the situation with the estranged person, and my brother been like, all this time we've been lied to our whole lives. I mean, I can't make it up. Oh yeah. And I was talking about on the other version of the first part of part 5, I was speaking of like me wanting to start a church. Um and I also considered I had wrote a book. But and the book is a great book because I've been adding to the book. But I'm thinking, well, not but, yeah, but, and I'm thinking, the book really is finished, but I just kept adding some more to it. But I was like encouraged going through this situation to start a church organization. I'm gonna still do my YouTube thing. Um, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should write a book about what's going on now. I mean, even though I'm using YouTube, it's really like a live book. You know what? Yeah, it's a live book. Um, YouTube book. And I feel like me sharing my story with y'all is like what I'm supposed to do. If you get what I'm saying, like I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, sharing my story. And it's like if I write a book about it, it would deal like laughter, happiness, pain, joy, strength, uh, being versatile, learning and growing, scandal, lies, jealousy, hate, envy, bitterness, propaganda, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, my children. I can't make it up. But I had a conversation with my dad and my biological dad, my father, and me and my father was communicating, and in that communication, like my dad was like unraveling some things about when when him and my mom was married but separated. Um things that happened when we were little children. Because we always was told, our dad walked away and didn't want us, and he hated us, and he didn't fend for us. He didn't do anything for us, you know. And my dad, I know you hear these notifications. My dad started telling things about my mom. And I'm gonna say this, my mom has did a lot of dirty things to me since I moved on my ancestors' property. So I'm like, well, I don't just, tell my story. Peace, blessings, and protection. The spirit said they call it glory. Um, my dad started conveying his feelings over to me. And he started, you know, I can't sugarcoat the shit. He was saying like how him and my mom actually why him and my mom separated. He was telling me that my mom, okay, in my mom mind, I want to say it's called like giving a person the benefit of a doubt. I want to say in my mom mind, she thought that my dad was cheating on her. But in all actuality, my mom cheated on my dad. Now, in this point, at this point of the conversation, you like, but who can you believe? I believe me. I believe and I know because just watching people start revealing themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I have to judge things accordingly, meaning look at things for what it's worth. I never know my dad to tell a lie. That I can recall. I never know my dad to tell a lie at all. Cause my dad, like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I ain't, I ain't. And my dad is the type of man. He's like a real humble, quiet person. So I never know my dad to tell a lie. I really like for real, like even around other people that know my dad. I never know my dad or heard anyone say that my dad told the lie. And just looking at the characters with my mom and my dad, my mom told a lot of lies, deceptions. So, in other words, my dad said, now my oldest brother is not for my dad, okay? Uh, my sister is the second oldest. She doesn't like they don't have the same dad. And then the last three of us have the same dad. So my dad was saying that the oldest child, which is my brother, dad, he called them together. Seems like I'm gonna tell me and my dad's story. How clever. And my dad said, we were just talking, and he was like, "Your mom cheated on me." I was like, "Huh?" That's not the story he heard. He was like, "My dad, your mom cheated on me." He was like, "I caught your mom." And my oldest brother dad in our family house. And the reason why I won't forget it, because I brought it to his attention. I was like, "Yeah, I remember that day, because that day we were little kids, and when we were getting off the bus, we seen the police is put the handcuffs on you, and they were saying something about because you shot at her in the house." He said, "I did." He was like, "I supposed to kill both of them." And I was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Yeah. She was cheating on me. I caught her cheating." You know how men be like, or a woman be like, "You was cheating on me." And my dad tried to, but he didn't. He went to jail. He got out. Moved it out. And story is weird. It's not weird because once I start, when you get older and mature and you start looking at the characteristics, the character of a person, like as long as I know my dad is still the same. Like he has, is nothing changed about him. Now on the other hand, and my mom always was telling us when we were growing up, my dad didn't provide for us, didn't send no money, no nothing. And my dad was like, "That's a lie because I was paying her child support." And when I tried to come pick her up, she would always start an argument. You know how women are now. "No, you can't see your child. No, 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 no." I'm so grateful I wasn't like that with my children's father. Like I was like, the door is always open for you to come get your children. And then so that makes me a better woman than my mom. Then my dad got a little deeper in the conversation. And he was like, "No, I was telling him, I'm like, well, she told us that you cheated on her. She caught you cheating with his wife." He was like, "No, I didn't even know who she was." So we have to endure with that. And I was telling him, I'm like, we went through a lot of stuff, sometimes without water, but we were grateful because like we had no other choice to be grateful. Then we live sometimes without lights. We had no other choice but to be grateful. You know, and certain other things, food sometimes, but at the same time, I always felt like my parents couldn't get their shit together. Now I know why. My parents couldn't get their shit together. Because someone told a lie. You already know who the liar is. And I was telling my dad, I'm like, for me to have to, me and my siblings had to endure that coming up. Can't make it up. And for the person who, we have to endure that with is the same person that tried to cut off my lights. Can't make it up. My when I had my children and me and my children's father had differences. Um, like my children didn't go without no lights. My children didn't go without no water. I refused to talk down to my children about their father. Thank you, ancestors, for the cool breeze. Because I'm by the window and I don't cut air on like that. And you see, give me a moment. And children didn't have to go through that. It's like that's what make you a better woman than her. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm expressing this to y'all, and the reason why I'm saying this is because, a couple, for all my life, like I was like not struggling, I was just curious of, why my mom didn't love me or like me or care for me. It's not like I'm a bad person. It's not like I was a bad kid. And now I'm getting to the age where just finding out information about my parents is like, I feel like it's an inspirational story to someone. So if there's any children out there at this age, any teenagers or whatever, some have, those type of parents, or you don't understand why your parents separated, et cetera, um, it took a while to gain some understanding. Then my dad started going a little deeper. And my dad said some real shit. My dad say, because I'm gonna tell you what else we were taught. We were told that my dad didn't believe in God. And I'm like, as I got older and I'm like, maybe my dad know he was God. You know what I'm saying? And it's like my dad got a little deeper. But like I said, we were taught that our dad don't believe in God. It was weird because, okay, we have a mother that believes in God, but our dad don't believe in God. You get what I'm saying? It was like weird. And because that's what we were taught. We were taught that, okay, we were taught that the word that she used was that our dad was an atheist. Peace, blessings, and protection. And my dad made a quote tonight. He was like, if he was like, a person can't, if a person think they're going to get away with doing wrong, they're going to need luck. I looked at him. He was like, listen, when people do bad or treat, et cetera, he was like, they still ain't gonna win. And I just looked at my dad. I'm like, he was like, yeah, they ain't gonna win. And it's like, as I look at myself and look at the other situation, how a neighbor can covet someone else's stuff. Because it's only jealousy, envy, hate, and greed and bitterness. This really ain't about, because I have to look deep in the picture. Like, it's about materialistic wealth and gain, I guess. But really, if you look at it, people get jealous and envious and hate of a person. It's really because they know that you are a better person. In other words, jealousy, envy, and hate is because people can see the God in you. When I say the God in you, the greatness of you, in you. Great people, people, good people will always win. So my dad got to talking about some other stuff. And my dad, I brought my stepdad, Johnny Walker, to my house one day. I think I probably was like 36 or something. And I brought my stepdad over there, and he was like on the breathing machine. And I had to like take him somewhere or something. Cause I'm like, I'm grateful to have two dads. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to take him somewhere. And when I got ready to bring my dad in my stepdad in the house, my dad wanted to jump on him, and I told him I won't let you. And my dad brought that up tonight. I can't make this up. And I told my dad, I say, I'm just realizing that Barbara lied to us. Can't make it up. And I said, you have to realize, being a young child, I asked him, I say, do you know how old we were when you and mama separated? And he was like, huh? I was like, do you know how old we were when y'all separated? And I told him I had to been about 8, 9, maybe 10. He was like, yeah, I know, yeah, y'all were young. I was like, well, you do know when you left, y'all separated, we were brainwashed to hate you. Can't make it up. And he got quiet. I said, you do understand that, right? I said, you have to put yourself in a child's shoes right now. This is what I told him. I said, imagine your mom telling you at a young age that your dad hates you, don't do nothing for you, don't want to be bothered with you, don't ever come see you, etc., etc. And he looked at me. I said, and then in our mind, we was perceiving it as if when you left mama, she had to have a man around. Mm. And us seeing Janelle was like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this our dad. This our dad now. Another thing, I'm so grateful that I didn't tell my children to call that the man I was with dad or stepdad. You know, I was like stepdad, but I was like, this your daddy. Like your daddy don't want this. And I don't think I ever told my children to call that nigga stepdaddy. My children ain't never called that nigga daddy. My children were like, Mr. Because the training, the teaching was different. And I told him, I said, you got to realize we were forced. And I said, like, for Johnny was a cool man, cool dude. But we were brainwashed to believe that you didn't accept us, you didn't want us, you didn't love us. And here's a man that wants to be around us. And my dad looked, and my dad's a quiet man. And he was like, yeah, you right. Cause I had to get him to comprehend that. I'm 42 years of age. Just realizing that a person you entrusted told you was the greatest liar. Shit crazy. When all she had to do was tell the truth. One lie. That's why they say when you tell one lie, you gotta tell another lie, tell another lie, tell another lie. And then you can't keep up with the lies. Yes, this is my documentary series. I'm learning so much. I'm paying attention to so much. I'm realizing so much. A better person. Everybody that has lied to me is because or tried their best to use me. It's not so much as they was using me. They was using me because they know I was a better person than them. So they try to take advantage of a good person. I mean, don't trip, I'm healed. I'm being healed. Being did my healing work. But I'm also paying attention at this part of the journey, this very core of the journey. I'm gonna tell you something else. A lot of people was taught. I'm an 80s baby. So a lot of people was taught that don't tell what family members are doing and all this, like, the older I get is dumb shit. Like, it's weird to me. I mean, I went through some paperwork and I see lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. God damn. So I'm looking at my picture over here. I just got a notification. I'm looking at my portrait. It says question everything. You know, when you're little and people just lie, 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 lie. And then when you get older, like they keep lying till you finally catch them. In other words, the devil or whatever they call him. But really, they're a con artist, a liar, thief, and a con artist. So I will be writing my book. Cause like I'm telling y'all, it is going I don't care who get mad. The damn name's going in the book. The reason why your name gonna go in the book is because you the one did the shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, shit is crazy. I can't make it up. So yeah, so look, I will not disappoint you with this book. I will not disappoint you. I assure you. Scandal. Man, like it's so much that I haven't even shared. And I have learned so much. And you know, it's like that's like I guess they doing all this for me to write the book. The universe is like write the book, you know, put their names in the book. Or like I could do it on YouTube though, I think. I probably have to make another way. Excuse me, I probably have to figure out how to do it like on YouTube. Something I could do. Um, that's probably what I do. Like I probably look up on YouTube and find out how to do another loop and do a section where I really tell you everything, everything, everything. I'm talking about from uncles cheating, aunties lying, man. What a hell of a book. So yeah, so that's part five of Lucky Me. Peace and blessings and protection. Love, light, and joy. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank my ancestors that we won. So yeah. So I take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Good night. I gotta get up in the morning and be at my attorney office early in the morning. I'll call both of them. Well, three of them. Well, whatever. So, peace and blessings and protection for y'all. Thanks for joining me and have a great night. I love y'all.